In today's update, we are diving deep into the Social Security numbers for 2025 that so many seniors, retirees, and disability beneficiaries are asking about. These figures are critical because they determine not only what you can receive, but also what you can earn on top of your benefits without risking penalties or garnishment. The main figures we'll be covering are $1,620, $1,950, and $2,700 on a monthly basis. And each of these numbers applies to a specific group of beneficiaries. These rules will carry through the entire year of 2025 right until December 31st. So it's important to understand what they mean for your financial situation. With living costs continuing to rise and every dollar counts, and seniors across the country are searching for clarity on how these thresholds work. Before we go further, I want to welcome you to Truth Lens, where we break down Social Security, Medicare, and financial updates that directly affect seniors and Americans living on fixed incomes. Every week, we bring the latest information in a clear and simple way so you can know exactly what's going on with your benefits and what it means for your household budget. For the millions of retirees and disabled Americans who depend on Social Security each month to cover rent, groceries, utilities, and medical costs, Truth Lens is here to give you the facts you need. So let's get into the details because these numbers can make a real difference in your daily life. Now let's begin with the first figure, $1,620 per month. This applies specifically to Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI, non-blind beneficiaries. In plain terms, if you are receiving SSDI but are not classified as blind, this is the substantial gainful activity limit for 2025. The Social Security Administration sets this amount as the maximum you can earn from work or other income sources without risking your benefits being reduced or taken away. Substantial gainful activity, often shortened to SGA, simply means how much the SSA believes you can earn and still be considered disabled under their rules. If you stay under this limit, your SSDI benefit is safe. If you go over, your benefits may be garnished or even stopped because the system sees you as being able to earn enough on your own. This $1,620 figure is your protection line, and knowing it can save you from unexpected financial setbacks. But here's the part many seniors worry about. Imagine living on SSDI and trying to stretch those dollars each month only to be told that if you earn just a bit too much from a part-time job, you could lose the support you depend on. For seniors with disabilities, every single dollar of SSDI is essential. Think about it. A check of maybe $1,200 or $1,400 has to stretch across rent, utilities, medical prescriptions, and groceries. For many, even that falls short, and a side hustle or small job helps bridge the gap. But if you earn even slightly over $1,620, suddenly Social Security considers that too much, and you could risk losing benefits that you cannot afford to go without. This is why understanding the rule is so crucial. It protects your ability to survive month to month. The next important figure is $1,950 per month. And this one applies to retirees who file for benefits before their full retirement age and will not be reaching full retirement age during 2025. This group makes up a huge percentage of Social Security beneficiaries because about 2/3 of Americans file for benefits before full retirement age. The $1,950 represents the maximum amount of gross earned income before taxes or deductions you can make without penalty. If you go over this number, Social Security will withhold $1 from your benefit for every $2 you earn above the limit. That withholding can hurt, especially for those already struggling to cover expenses. For example, if you earn $1,000 above the threshold, your monthly Social Security check will shrink by $500. That might not seem like much at first glance, but for seniors who rely on every cent, that kind of cut can mean skipping meals, postponing medical appointments, or falling behind on bills. Imagine you're living on a fixed income of around $1,600 a month and pick up some extra shifts at a local store to cover rising costs of groceries and rent. Suddenly, because you cross that $1,950 threshold, your Social Security check is garnished. You've worked harder, but you end up losing part of the benefit you desperately need. This system puts so many seniors in a tough position. Either limit how much they work or risk losing out on their monthly income. And while Social Security does restore the withheld money once you reach full retirement age, that doesn't help with today's bills, today's rent, or this month's groceries. Seniors cannot wait years to get that money back when their struggles are immediate and urgent. The third figure is $2,700 per month, and this applies to SSDI beneficiaries who are blind. For this group, the substantial gainful activity threshold is higher because Social Security recognizes the unique challenges faced by those living with vision loss or blindness. In 2025, a blind SSDI beneficiary can earn up to $2,700 per month in gross income without jeopardizing their benefits. That's nearly double the amount allowed for non-blind disability beneficiaries. And while it may sound generous compared to the $1,620 limit, it still creates barriers for those who want or need to earn more. Blind individuals often face higher living costs due to accessibility needs, adaptive technologies, and medical expenses. So even $2,700 may not stretch as far as it seems. Now, think about what these three numbers really mean for seniors across America, whether it's $1,620 for non-blind SSDI, $1,950 for early retirees, or $2,700 for blind SSDI beneficiaries. All of these thresholds draw a line that seniors cannot cross without consequences. And yet the reality for millions is that their Social Security check alone does not cover all their needs. Seniors are facing skyrocketing costs for food, rent, utilities, and healthcare. Many live with the painful choice of whether to pay for medicine or groceries. For those already on the edge, even the smallest cut in benefits can have devastating consequences. These rules, while meant to set fair standards, too often leave seniors trapped in cycles of poverty where they cannot earn enough to get by, but risk losing benefits if they try to. What makes it even harder is that many seniors don't even realize these thresholds exist until it's too late. They pick up extra work only to find their check has been reduced. Others may avoid working altogether even when they want to because they fear losing their benefits. This creates a situation where seniors who still have the ability to contribute or who need extra income feel forced into financial stagnation. It is a struggle that weighs heavily on millions of older Americans, and it is why clear information like this is so important. On top of these earnings limits, seniors also face rising Medicare costs, housing expenses that never seem to stabilize, and inflation that keeps pushing basic necessities further out of reach. For someone relying on Social Security as their only source of income, these financial pressures can feel overwhelming. It's not just about numbers on paper. It's about real lives, real households, and real struggles. A retiree who has worked for decades should not have to choose between heat in the winter or food on the table. A disabled American should not have to worry that a small side income could take away the benefits they rely on to survive. Yet these are the daily realities for so many seniors across the country. Understanding the $1,620, $1,950, and $2,700 limits is not just about knowing the rules. It's about knowing how to protect your benefits, avoid unexpected cuts, and make sure you can hold on to as much income as possible. For seniors living month to month, knowledge is power, and staying informed is one of the few defenses against a system that often feels stacked against them. As we move further into 2025, these numbers will continue to shape the financial lives of millions, and knowing how they apply to you could mean the difference between stability and hardship. At Truth Lens, our mission is to shine a light on these important updates so seniors are never left in the dark about their benefits. With so many changes, rules, and thresholds to keep track of, it can feel confusing, but you are not alone. Millions of Americans are navigating the same challenges, and the more we understand together, the stronger we become in making sure seniors are not left behind. Whether you are on SSDI, retired before your full retirement age, or receiving benefits as a blind beneficiary, these rules directly affect your monthly budget and your peace of mind. That is why it is so important to stay updated, stay aware,